Hey YouTube, it's time. The Flash is back. Let's get to it. Hey YouTube, how's it going? It is Major G, and Flash premiere is about to start just for me. For you guys, it's already started, but first I wanted to get through a couple of Flash videos, couple of Flash-based videos. This one is Watch Mojo's top 10 greatest Flash moments. Now, I am not exactly sure which which version of Flash that they're talking about. I don't know if they're talking about live action, the current show, the past show, the cartoons, the comics, or what. So that will be interesting in the least to say. But the top 10 greatest moments, in my opinion, would definitely differ depending on what... Definitely depending on... would definitely differ depending on which Flash that we're talking about. Let's go ahead and get to find out exactly which one they're talking about. So let's find out. Here we go. Watch Mojo. Top 10 Flash videos. Let's go.
Life zooms by for the fastest man alive, so his greatest moments come and go at lightning speed.
Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down the top 10 greatest Flash moments. For this list, we're looking at those moments that really stood out for the 6 decades of the Scarlet Speedster's history, in comics and in other media.
Oh, okay.
Number 10, Flash vs. Arrow.
Yeah.
Flash wouldn't be on TV if it weren't for Arrow, the CW series that first introduced Barry Allen. And Flash and Arrow share a very special bond.
I was getting ready to make my move. What move? The one to the morgue?
Their crossover episodes are always exciting, but
Yes.
our favorite is when these two friends take each other on. Oliver has come to Central City and seeing Barry in action. He's impressed, but he also sees that Barry lacks discipline and training, two things that Oliver has in spades.
Barry,
Yeah.
I've been living this life for almost 8 years, encountering things that you can't even fathom, and I am still alive.
This observation comes in handy later when Barry is filled with uncontrollable rage after being affected by a metahuman's ability to manipulate emotions. This all means that a certain bowslinger has to try to rein him in without killing him.
I still believe in you, Barry.
Number 9, Henry's death.
It's poetic,
Ooh.
returning to your childhood home.
Season 2 of Flash featured Barry and company trying to destroy the massively villainous Zoom, a speedster from another Earth. Zoom was always 2 steps ahead of our hero, and because he was ruthless, he was always ready to go places that Barry wouldn't in order to win.
That's why I'm gonna beat you, Barry. Because you always have to be the hero.
In the season's 22nd episode, Team Flash is celebrating the return of Barry's dad, Henry. When everyone is dining at Barry and Joe's home, Zoom shows up and kidnaps Henry.
The story continues, Flash.
With Barry in hot pursuit, Zoom takes Henry to Barry's childhood home. Then, in the same room where Barry saw his mother brutally murdered by the Reverse Flash, Zoom kills Henry. It's a classic, gut-wrenching moment that packs a big punch.
Your mother and I love.
Which would have been a lot more surprising if somebody had
Number 8,
spoiled
the
it
death
for me
of
on
Iris
YouTube.
West. The Flash is known for his lighthearted way of working and his breezy repartee, but the character has gone through a lot of tragedies. The death of his mother and father have already been mentioned, but there was definitely more to come. Barry Allen and Iris West had one of the happiest marriages in comics. Even when Iris worried about Barry possibly being
I've
unfaithful,
talked about this moment
it was cleared up
before.
really
I'll wait
quickly,
to see what
and
they
the two
have in
celebrated
here.
by deciding that it was time to start a family. Their future planned, the couple go to a costume party disguised as Batgirl and, of course, the Flash. Tragically, the Flash's archenemy, Reverse Flash, takes Iris's life at the party. It was a moment that would haunt the Flash for years. Number 7,
Wow.
becoming part of the Speed Force.
What?
Several people have been called the Flash, including Barry's former sidekick, Wally
Right.
West, who was responsible for this memorable moment. It had been established that all of DC's speedsters got their power from a mysterious energy called the Speed Force. The problem is that if you go too fast, you would get sucked into the Force itself and couldn't get out. Unfortunately, in terminal velocity, the villainous Cobra is setting in motion a plan to destroy the world, and while battling him, Wally gets sucked into the Speed Force. All seems lost until Wally miraculously returns, drawn back because of his love for his girlfriend Linda. Aww. Number 6, introducing Barry Allen. Since the Barry Allen version of The Flash is generally credited with ushering in the so-called Silver Age of comics, it's appropriate that Barry's debut should be on this list. Superhero comics were in a bit of a dip during the 40s and early 50s, but DC's decision to try reviving and revitalizing one of their old characters paid off in a big way. In Showcase number 4, readers meet Barry Allen, a police scientist who enjoys reading the comic book adventures of the original Flash. When a bolt of lightning douses Barry with an array of chemicals, the perennially late Barry Allen suddenly finds that he's the fastest man alive, and comic book history was made. Number 5, Barry causes Flashpoint.
Oh, that was cool.
I love what you've done with the place.
In the Flashpoint storyline, the DC world as we know it has been turned upside down. Aquaman and Wonder Woman are at war with each other, Captain Cold is a hero, and Batman is Thomas Wayne instead of Bruce Wayne. You get the picture, right? Oh, by the way, the world is also on the brink of destruction. You see, in this world, Barry's mother didn't die, but his father did.
Mom.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
It's you. You're here.
Barry's the only person who remembers the world the way it was supposed to be, and he realizes that only the Reverse Flash could have engineered this. The series leads up to their confrontation, when the villain reveals that Barry is actually responsible. He had gone back in time to save his mother, thus creating the Flashpoint universe.
Good job, Barry. The world is about to end, thanks to you.
Number 4, Barry's choice.
You hold both our futures in your hands now, Mr.
Oh,
Allen.
yeah.
And I know you can do it.
Season 1 of the Flash TV series revolves heavily around the death of Barry's mother. By the end of the season, Barry knows that the Reverse Flash, a speedster from the future, did the deed. But killing her stranded the villain in Barry's timeline.
I was stuck here, stranded in this time, unable to return to my own.
Now Reverse Flash lets Barry in on a secret. He can help Barry go back in time to save his mother, if Barry then helps him get back to the future. It's a hard choice for Barry to make, but eventually he decides to take the trip back to the past. Viewers watch Barry return, ready to stop his mother's death, only to change his mind. Instead, Barry chooses to provide comfort and closure to his dying mother.
Dad and I are both okay. And we love you, Mom.
Number 3, The Flash races Superman, for real.
Can it outrun the Flash?
You bet.
Can Superman outrun the Flash?
Sure, why not?
Starting in 1967, Flash and Superman engaged in a number of races to determine which of them was faster, but they almost always ended in a tie or a win that was technical rather than decisive. In the Rebirth storyline, Flash has to sacrifice himself to the Speed Force in order to save the other speedsters, and he starts pouring on the speed to get engulfed in the Speed Force. Superman, however, won't let him. The Man of Steel catches up to Barry, trying to talk him out of it. He reminds Barry that they've raced before and that Barry can't run away. Barry, star that he is, lets Superman know that he was holding back all those times, and he instantly leaves the Man of Steel in his dust. Number 2, Silver Age and Golden Age Flash meet. This classic is important, not just because Barry Allen meets Jay Garrick, the original Flash, but also because it's the birth of the entire DC multiverse. It starts out with Flash performing
I'm gonna guess number 1 is
event. Suddenly, he disappears before their very eyes and turns up in Keystone City.
Barry dying.
Barry has
at the
vibrated
end
his atoms so fast that he crosses the barrier into the Earth of another dimension.
The original
He
Crisis.
soon meets up with the original Flash, Jay Garrick. The two Flashes team up, starting a beautiful friendship and opening the door to many other alternate universes for DC to explore. Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Flash Airline. Oh, dude!
But to me, you've been dead for centuries.
I don't understand. If I'm the Flash, then why are you doing this to me? Why do I have to catch this thing before you let me go back?
Number 1, Barry's Sacrifice.
Yep.
DC promised there would be big changes in its
I
Crisis
knew
on
it.
Infinite
I
Earths
called
event,
it.
and they were not kidding. The Anti-Monitor has constructed an antimatter cannon which will destroy the remains of the multiverse. In order to stop him, Flash locates the source of the cannon's power. By running around it at a faster speed than he's ever attempted before, Barry is able to destroy the power core. But doing so also disrupts Flash's physical being. His mortal core is hurled through time, ultimately disintegrating. Flash
Yeah.
has made the ultimate sacrifice, choosing death
which they
to save
actually
countless
reference
lives, none of
at
whom were aware
the
of
end
what
of
he
season
has
2 of The
done.
Flash. That's
Do you
what that
agree with our
reference
choices?
is that moment.
No, I don't. But I
I'm
choose
surprised there were a couple
What other
that were
moments
left
from the
out.
Scarlet Speedster's life should we have included? For more speedy top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Okay, so that was a pretty cool list. I think the thing is that there's so many really cool Flash moments that it's really difficult to pick some. And is that Drake? I think that's Drake. Anyway, there's so many that are very difficult to pick. However, there are some that I really think should have been on there. Honestly, I do like the Flash Arrow fight. However, I think that my personal opinion is that the Vandal Savage crossover episode was better. Specifically the moment when, and if you've seen The Flash, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know, if you saw both episodes of that crossover, you know what I'm talking about.
Let go, Barry. No, I'm not leaving you. You're fast enough. Take it away. Go. Ollie, no. Run, Barry. Run.
Thank you for coming. I know this is more than a little crazy.
Vandal Savage destroys one of the cities, and that was just such an incredible moment. That one, well, maybe that was Arrow. Maybe that wouldn't count. Well, it was the Flash. The Flash did that, but it would be either that one or there was a great moment where he, what was it? There was a great moment where also they did show the one of the ones I like, which is when he runs. Oh yeah, when he blocks the tsunami with a wall of wind from Weather Wizard. That was a really cool moment. And then and there was, I am totally blanking out in the moment that I was really thinking of, which was really cool. There were a bunch of really cool moments from the newest Flash TV show, and I think that's mostly because of the special effects. The old Flash TV show with John Wesley Shipp was actually really good, but it doesn't have a lot of those really cool Flash moments, and I think that was just because I had one season, and the special effects weren't all that great. But for what they did, it was actually a really good show. But I'm droning on a little bit here. Anyway, yeah. So the Flash has a bunch. The new CW Flash has a bunch of really good moments. One of which was the Vandal Savage one. Another one was the tsunami one where he went backwards, or where he first time traveled. The Flash, Reverse Flash fight, that very last Flash Reverse Flash fight, in the present, not the one in the past, in the present, was actually really, really cool. And then, no, that wasn't the best Flash moment, actually. That was his worst moment. when Zoom beat him up and dragged him all across town. That was insane. That was crazy.
Never forget, I am the fastest man alive. You're next. Look at your hero. This man is no god. He is nothing. The days of the Flash protecting this city are over.
Hold your fire!
Put him down!
Now, what will you do without your precious hero?
Anything? No. Do you have him?
No.
Barry!
Harrison Wells, you thought you could defeat me with this?
But I'd say most of all, the moments that I'm surprised that they left out were a couple of ones from comics. And that was most specifically two in particular. The one where, and I know most of you Flash fans are going to know what I'm talking about here. The one where Wally West freaking saves 500,000 people from a bomb, 500,000 North Koreans from a bomb, and like he pulls them out like 2 by 2 as the bomb is going off, and like takes them like 10 miles away or something like that, and like he saves 500,000 people. Like it's insane. Like, oh, man, yeah, it was just. That was an incredible Flash moment. I'm surprised that wasn't mentioned. That was probably one of the Flash's greatest moments. They seem to be mostly focused on Barry, though. But that personally would have probably been either number 1 or number 2. The only reason I say number 2 is because there's the time when I don't remember which Flash it was. I want to say it was Wally West. Once again, because he's the fastest, he's the one who's done the most broken crap. The scene, the part where there's a time when Wally West, or when the Flash, there's a time when when the Flash outran instantaneous transportation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check it out in I think it was Variant. Who did who talked about the entire story. They go through the entire story of how he did it. But yeah, he basically he did. He beat, and this wasn't like from 5 feet away. He didn't like this person didn't instantaneously travel like 5 feet away. This person or this being instantaneously traveled from like one part of the universe to Earth, and the Flash beat it. Like, I don't ask me how he pulled it off, but he did. The Flash ran across the universe and beat this dude in instantaneous teleportation. I don't understand it. I don't understand how that works, but it happened. Comics, comics. there was one more thing I had to say. There was one of my personal favorite Flash moments. Another one I would have to say that should be up there. One of my personal favorite Flash moments, and I put it in one of my videos, is the moment when the Flash. It was the Flash versus Quicksilver video. There's a scene in Justice League Unlimited, where the Flash uses his infinite mass punch to beat up Lex Luthor, who is merged with Brainiac.
Looks like the question was right all along. I killed you, and then Armageddon. Right on schedule.
No!
Are you going to fight me, boy?
That was absolutely awesome how they portrayed that on television. It was so incredibly cool. That should have been one of the best Flash moments. That infinite mass punch. That was such a great moment. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that? Do you guys agree with me that that list needed some work, or do you agree with what they were saying? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's time for me to get to the Flash, and I'll be back in a flash. Till next time, I'll see you guys later.
I saw you save my dad from that truck this morning.
Man, nobody sees me when I'm doing my thing.
Maybe you're not the only one who can move like that. Jay Garrick, Barry Allen, Wally West, whatever your name really is.
It's Bart. Not that that matters, because I'll be 1,000 miles away before you can even blink.
I don't know, I can blink pretty fast.
Where are you, man?
I'm gonna get my dad's wallet, then you and I are gonna sit down for a long talk.
Not big on the chit-chat, dude. Smell you later.
Dad, I found the kid who stole your wallet, but I lost him down at the docks. He just took off across the water.
Son.
Hey, Clark. What took you so long?
Daddy issues. You're just a kid. My kid. I'm not your kid. You tell someone you're a kid. You show up.
I didn't have my dad to teach me that.
Oh, jeez.
Barry's bobblehead. But we have to.
Oh my God! God dang it! Really?
Why? I'm telling you, I'm good.
Try not to get that again.
Yeah, God dang it. Dawson Street. Ah!